the successes achieved in the last 18 months be a sign to relax. Terrorists and criminals must be fought and destroyed relentlessly so that the majority of us can live in peace and safety. Therefore, we are going to reinforce and reinvigorate the fight not only against the elements of Boko Haram, which are attempting a new series of attacks on soft targets, kidnappings, farmers versus herdsmen clashes, in addition to ethnic violence fueled by political mischief makers.
The President Muhammadu Buhari, in his address to the nation after 105 days in UK, where he went for medical treatment, has charged the Nigerian military and other security agencies to reinforce and reinvigorate the fight against Boko Haram insurgency, who have renewed series of attacks on soft targets and also clamped down on political mischief makers who fan embers of war and hate to destabilize the country for their own selfish gains. Nigerians have been reacting and expressing their views on what this call portend for the peace and security of the country, now that the president has arrived with renewed vigor to tackle insecurity.
Quite discovered that when Mr. President was away, we had a series of attacks, Boko Haram attack, terrorizing the national security. But as he's back now, we are expecting him to be on top of his game, providing every necessary support for the military, specifically the Nigerian, to make sure that they fight this issue of Boko Haram insurgency in this country.
Mr. President means well for the country, and if you checked around or look around, you know that the insurgency that had been taking place in our country, Nigeria, is nothing to write home about. And Mr. President, that we have confidence upon, is trying to make sure that to stem the tide and to rid off all the insurgency and Boko Haram and the kidnapping that we are having in this country today.
These reactions, though mixed and divergent, represent the feelings and mood of the people, as they challenge Mr. President to do more than talking, but also provide the resources that will aid the fight.
God has become a global thing. Out of a nation being attacked, it's not only in Nigeria that is facing such challenge. But what we need to do, we don't need to relent. We keep fighting. We keep fighting, and my own opinion that Mr. President should try as much as he could to get an updated, sophisticated weapon for the Nigerian army.
Many people, many investors that comes to Nigeria over the years, they've left as a result of non-security. But since the president come on board, he has been trying his possible best to ensure that the investors come back and invest in Nigeria. And we Nigerians will be happy about that, because without them, we cannot move forward in the country.
There seems to have been a resurgency of the insurgency, especially in the northeast. And I believe with his coming back, it will reinvigorate the fight against it. Like while he was here, before he went on this medical treatment abroad, we saw that the fight, the Boko Haram bombings and so on the fight had been degraded by the military, and I believe with his coming back, it will reinvigorate the fight and give us victory at the end of it all. And that with unity, with peace, especially in the northeast and the whole country, Nigeria will be better for it, and we need peace to move forward as a united nation.
However, Nigerians are hoping for the best in terms of peace, believing that Mr. President will deploy all resources, both human, material and capital, in line with his charge during his broadcast, and charged to the military that terrorists and criminals will be fought and dislodged relentlessly for peace and safety to reign in the country. Emmanuel Hejine, PTV News.